Welcome back. This is John Locke, and today I want to talk about conversions on your website and how they might affect SEO. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is many of you are already tracking conversions on your site, but I want to give you a little bit of food for thought. Now, to define a conversion, what we're talking about is if somebody takes an action that you want them to take on your website. So, for example, they fill out a contact form. They submit some information for a lead magnet or a white paper or a PDF that you might have, or they sign up to your email list. But specifically, I want to talk about filling out contact forms. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is I have noticed this in a few types of industries specifically. I don't know if this works for all industries, to be quite honest, but I have noticed in a few selected industries that the top ranking sites, if you strip out all the directory sites like Yelp and YP.com, what you'll notice is that most of the top ranking sites in these selected industries seem to have a contact form up near the top of the page in most cases. So like 7 out of 10 or 8 out of 10 of the top sites, once you strip out all the best of this city landing pages like Yelp, Home Advisor, YP.com, all that kind of thing. Once those go away, these particular industries usually have a contact form at the top of the page. Now, this might be a pattern that Google looks for as far as, do you have a contact form at the top of the page? Because oftentimes if people are going to fill something out, if it's right up near the top, they're going to fill that out. Let's say if they just have to scroll past the title of the page and then they see a contact form, more people are probably going to fill that out than if it's at the very bottom of the page, okay? So some of the industries where I've noticed this pattern, where the top ranking sites, or the top ranking pages I should say, top ranking web pages, seem to all have this. For sure, home improvement and contractors, that is one of them, for sure. Property management, realty, that is another one. Contact form seems to be at the top of the page. Believe it or not, SEO firms that seem to have a contact form up near the top, or if they have a button where it's, go do this quick scan in SEO, that seems to be a thing. And that's why I've started adding it to all my pages as well, because it seems to be a pattern that Google is looking for, like do a quick SEO audit. Usually those, when you're on an SEO site, there's two ways that they can do it. Usually a SEO website will either have an embedded thing, or it'll link to another service that does like a quick scan. I don't want to call them like SEO audits because they're really just kind of quick scans. But it might be something like My Site Auditor or UpCity or something like that. And the other way that they can do it is just have a contact form with your details, and then they run it through the tool manually and then email it back to you. Those are usually the ways. But these are things that I've noticed. So I want you to really, when you're doing SEO, look at the actual results. Don't just say, go by what somebody told you to do, but actually go look at the pages that are ranking and see if you can see a similar pattern. Because I guarantee you, in some industries, this pattern is going to be there. All right, so these are ways to lay out your pages for better SEO success. I'm not saying that just adding it by itself is going to make all the difference in the world, but all these little things kind of add up, and there is kind of a delayed reaction to if you add it, like is it going to boost or not. And we'll talk about that in the next video, but just something to think about. My name is John Locke. My business is Lockdown Design and SEO. I'm here about 3 days a week making videos, so I would love for you to subscribe. We're getting very close to 1,000 subscribers. Let's get over that milestone, all right? I'll be back in a day or two, and until next time, peace.